No deal Brexit, Boris Johnson to secure deal as pound surges in value, odds analysis. No deal Brexit looks to be a potentially likely outcome of the UK's divorce with the European Union as the transition period deadline looms. But as the value of the pound soars, an analysis of the latest odds suggests Prime Minister Boris Johnson could walk away with a deal. EU and UK negotiators have restarted talks of a post-Brexit trade deal in the hopes of securing a mutual agreement before December 31st. It comes after both Europe and Britain confirmed at the weekend there had been enough progress for negotiations to extend past the initial deadline on Sunday. Negotiations will continue in Brussels on Tuesday, but a new deadline for a decision has not yet been set. Without a trade deal in place by the end of the month, Britain and the EU would have to start trading on World Trade Organization (WTO) terms, meaning taxes and tariffs can be introduced on imports and exports in both directions. Odds of the UK leaving Europe with no deal currently stand at 2/1, according to Betfair. Katie Bayliss from Betfair explained, this time last week, despite anonymous sources on both sides briefing that negotiations were in tatters, the odds disagreed, suggesting a deal was still the favoured outcome ahead of PM Boris Johnson's crunch trip to Brussels, with a no-deal scenario the outside at 2/1 with Betfair. The pound has risen in value in recent days, which adds to the probability of the UK securing a deal before New Year's Eve. Pound sterling jumped more than 1% against the dollar on Monday as investors digested claims negotiators are now one step closer to a deal. The pound leapt 1.4% against a weakening dollar to hit $1.34, before settling later at $1.33 by the time the market closed, reversing some of the losses made last week when investors believed the UK was on course for no deal. Ms. Bayliss added, with the pound surging in value against the euro and the dollar, political bettors once again backed Britain to get a deal, meaning the odds of Johnson and his team securing a famous agreement with Europe ended up in favourable territory, with no deal, back out to 2/1 according to Betfair. Following an incredibly eventful week, it now looks a good bet Boris Johnson and Britain secure a deal, with the market suggesting there's room on both sides to ensure negotiations continue. As it stands, the biggest obstacles that stand in the way of a deal remain fishing and fair competition when it comes to business.